nation of indoctrination, Babylon. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to Agman Akwat out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. Alright? So, hey man, today, I'm just going to go jump right in. Alright? So once again, as we said in the beginning, this is called a nation. This lesson is called a nation of indoctrination. Alright? In parentheses, Babylon. Because, this whole place is filled with indoctrination. Now, this comes from an article that's a couple days old. All right, I'm getting into backlog stuff that I haven't done lessons on yet. All right, but I'm going to try to, get some of those out. All right, through the Spirit. The Spirit's on me to go and do them. This one comes from Fox News. It says, Cartoon Network celebrates Transformer Day of Visibility by teaching kids to use, shows respect. All right, and, I don't even know, it's a regular word. We're just going to say it, pronouns. Well, you don't know how this algorithm works. But it says the video game examples of gender pronouns like she, her, they, them, and z, zer. Now, I ain't calling nobody fucking z or zer, all right? That's fucking stupid. That ain't even English at that point. All right, that's not even any language. Z or zer, all right? Let's go ahead and watch a little bit of this article. It's got Tucker Carlson in it, of course. Let's see what it has to say. Of course, we're using this under the Fair Use Act, so we're allowed to use it for news or review or commentary. Okay? Legally.
Nevada homeowners, NV Energy has raised their rates again this year. What that means for you is that it's going to never stop. You're going to keep paying more every single month. But you can...
So there is a lot going on the... it's not even clear whether it's fair to call it the left, but the true extremist fringe in this country, and it's not all trans people, of course, but the extremist trans fringe is a lot more threatening than most people understand. Annie No has been covering Antifa for years now. He's the author of Unmasked, Inside Antifa's Radical Plans to Destroy Democracy. He's a senior editor at Post Millennial. He joins us tonight. Andy, thanks so much for coming on. So again, you don't want to get too broad brush here, but there is an extremist movement, obviously. It's very evident online in the aftermath of this mass murder. Are you surprised to see it?
No. So in my reporting on Antifa for years now, one observation that I noticed was that disproportionately the number of riot arrestees are gender diverse, and by that I mean they don't identify with their biological sex. On some nights it was as high as 20%, and that is magnitudes higher than what the data we have on people in the wider American population who are trans-identifying. So, I looked into this a bit further. There's some peer-reviewed research out of Canada. You can find it on the Library of Medicine that shows that there's evidence that young transgender people are particularly vulnerable to violent radicalization. And in my reporting on left-wing extremism, for months.
By the way, that's what happens when you have an open mind. All right, if it's open, that means all sorts of philosophies and doctrines can float into it. And these people claim to be very open-minded, all right, and that's why they're so easy to be programmed. All right.
Now, I've documented and tracked this surge in violent rhetoric by self-identified trans militant activists, particularly on Twitter, in response to various states restricting or banning the medical transitioning of minors. As you mentioned earlier, the horrific murder of children and staff at the Christian school yesterday does come just days ahead of a so-called Trans Day of Vengeance that's being organized in the U.S. Capitol. And unfortunately, myself and other people who have reported on this and posted this flyer, which, by the way, that group is still online. If you posted the flyer, regardless of the context, you're locked out of your account. So currently, I cannot access my Twitter.
Can I ask you just a quick macro question? So one of the reasons that so many well-meaning middle-aged moms in this country have bought into support of the trans community is on the basis of the promise that it's liberation, and this is kids, when they finally express their true inner identity, will be happier and better adjusted. But the incidence of violence and mental illness seems to be extraordinary. So it doesn't seem like people are being liberated. It seems like people are being tormented and driven to the brink of insanity. That, just watching, that seems clear.
It's the exact opposite of liberation. We have mountains of evidence that people who suffer from gender dysphoria also suffer from very high rates of mental health comorbidities. When you have this reality on top of people being fed cross-sex hormones and are also being in an environment where they are encouraged to have a violent hatred of wider society, and you can see this in the reaction before, during, and after this.
A lot of these people hate what they call them cis, all right, comfortable in skin. You know, people, all right, they you know, anybody that's not like them, they have an overwhelming hatred for. All right, and so they got to push this. And really, this is all orchestrated by the U.S. government. All right, you got Tucker Carlson here, all right, and this guy here acting like, you know, it's whatever the hell. But really, this is all orchestrated by the U.S. government. All right, because a lot of these people, like they're saying, all right, they are saying, you know, a lot of these people are mentally ill and they're able to be force-fed. You know, they're more susceptible to radicalization. All right, and the U.S. government knows that these people, all right, and really what it is that they got demons all over them. All right, these transformers got demons all over them, either before or after or during when they're doing all this, because a lot of them are also like schizophrenic or have bipolar disorder, or these are demons. All right, these are demons. All right, and on them. So on top of that, they're also, you know, thinking that a man is a man is a woman, and a woman's a man, or a zay's there. Some of them don't even think they have any gender. You know, the people, they call them non-binary. All right, like they're a fucking computer. All right, so these people are already mentally ill. All right, and yes, you know, when they get together, whenever you have a group of mentally ill people, if you got a group of people together that are fucking criminally insane, you wouldn't want them conspiring together either, because what? Nothing good can come of it. All right, but hey, it's all through, you know, really this all goes back to the Lord, because these are demons that are on these people. All right, but the U.S. government, you know, they're utilizing this for their ability to, you know, basically tear down a society. Okay, that's why all this indoctrination comes out. All right, and now if you speak up anything against these people, you get canceled or fired, or you know, and that's just America in general. All right, you say something about any specific, you know, protected people, and automatically now somehow you're out of a job, you're out of, you know, your bank account. All right, you say anything, you know, that's just how it rolls. All right, let's finish up the last 10 seconds of this.
Killing.
Andy, no. Thank you for your incisive and
I guess that was it, really.
and very informed analysis of this.
Now you also got to realize Tucker Carlson. He's not the brightest guy anyway, but he's Fox News. He's on a news network, so he's you know, also under these people as well. All right, so there's certain things he can't say. He can't just, you know, I mean, look at what happened to what they did to Alex Jones. You know, when he goes out and says, so they really got to be careful with what they say. Now, turn the music back on. This comes from Cartoon Network. Okay, so Cartoon Network is celebrating a Transformers Day of Visibility, all right, by teaching kids to use pronouns and to show respect. So this is what they're force-feeding your kids nowadays. All right, it says Cartoon Network, all right, the one we all used to know. All right, give me just 1 minute here. This thing's bothering the shit out of me. Should do. All right, Slovakia. Cartoon Network, all right, so you can see it's verified. It says, addressing someone using their pronouns and name shows them that you respect them as their authentic self. What does authentic mean, first of all?
Authentic.
All right, authentic. Goes back to the word, it says, of undisputed origin. All right, genuine. Bear with me. All right, Slocky, 1 minute. I'll be right back. All right, it's lucky. Sorry about that. I had something on my tooth that was bothering the hell out of me. All right. So, going back to, because they're saying authentic self. It's their authentic self. Well, if that's not what authentic means, right? Let's play it.
Authentic.
Authentic, and we got it. Of undisputed origin, genuine. Genuine means truly what something is said to be. Authentic. Original. All right?
Original.
Created directly and personally by a protected, well, that's talking about artists. Real.
Real.
Of a substance or thing, not imitation or artificial. Genuine, all right? And these people that get their, their rod chopped off and turned inside out, that's an imitation of a box. That's not real. That's not genuine. That's an imitation. That's artificial, all right? And these people aren't original. Original, that guy that says he's a girl, originally, that would be a guy. All right, so that's not authentic. All right, true.
True.
Okay, true. So this isn't, they're saying, oh, they're genuine, their authentic self. Their authentic self. Rachel would be Ray. All right. Okay. Who else? Let's see. Christine would be Charlie. Okay? So, that's who authentically they are. They're all fucked up in the head, though. It says, we celebrate the journey of our transformer and gender non-conforming friends on this transformer day of visibility. And Steven, Instagram. That's another thing. Steven, the person that made, what is it called? Steven Universe? Is it Steven Universe? Something like that. Steven Universe is this cartoon. It came out, it wasn't around when I was a kid. But it's basically a whole show devoted to non-binary and basically indoctrination. All right, it's been out for quite a while. All right, you can look it up. If you look up Steven Universe. The series has developed a broad fan base and has been critically acclaimed for its design, music, voice acting, characterization, prominence of alphabet themes. As a prominence, it's extremely prominent. Actually, the whole show is kind of based upon it. All right, they have like lesbians, and there's the creator, of course. It just goes to show, who would be surprised there, right? And you got Ian Jones Cordy, the supervising director of Steven Universe. He don't look all there in the head anyway. Who knows if that's even a Jake? But Rebecca Sugar, let's look what she is. Says she is bisexual, non-binary, and genderqueer, using both she, her, and they, them pronouns. Whatever the fuck that means. Alright. Sugar's queerness has served as the inspiration for her to stress the importance of alphabet representation in arts, especially in children's entertainment, because she wants them to be just like her. All right, she wants them to be just like her. You're fucked up in the head. All right, so that's that. Babylon, the nation of indoctrination. All right, and then these shows go out and they air all over the place. Okay, they go and air all over the place. I bet it doesn't air in Russia though. All right, I bet it doesn't air in Russia. So, give me a minute. But yeah, so hey, man, that's Babylon, the nation of indoctrination. And that's what they're doing. So you gotta, even what your kids are watching these days, you gotta watch out, man. All right, and I wouldn't be surprised if this color they're doing now has something to do with, the color from some flag or something. Let's see what we got. They don't do it all the time, but they throw it in there just enough. Let's go back and let's read the comments. Actually, it says, let's see. How about we teach kids pronouns and their proper language use before you try to indoctrinate them into some bullshit pronoun crap. All right, you got NBJC says thanks for your collaboration. Kimberly Morin says, why do you insist on harming children? Let's see. How is this harming people exactly? All right. Radio silence speaks volumes. This person just has blocked. Says, I can see why you're called the Cartoon Network. This person says, for God's sake, 6%, 0.6%, which I don't know what that is. I guess maybe that's trans people. 48 million, that's the same point. Still applies. That's a lot of fucking trans people, as it says. 48 million. I doubt there's 48 million of these people out there. All right, they say so, but I doubt that. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised either way, actually. All right. This person says my pronouns are they them. Person said no such thing. Cartoon Network was a big part of my childhood days. Thanks for ruining it. All right, and you got a bunch of people that liked it. All right. Person says I'm glad I grew up with Cartoon Network. Let's see. I'm so glad my kids will never watch this garbage. Look, 361 likes. Says, teach them the flat earth theory as well. It might make actual more sense. So, you know. Yep, there you go. Boom. It's not their authentic self. It's their fantasy self. Exactly. All right. What is Zer? Made up nonsense. Those are not English pronouns. How timely. A transformer murders 6 Christians, including 3 children. You think this is the time to put this out? You fucking ghouls. This is absolute evil. It is written. Woe unto those that make one of these little ones sin. It'd be better if they tied a millstone around their neck and jumped in the sea. That's not at all what that scripture's talking about, but okay. There you go. I won't read that one, but look. Yep. Use their preferred pronouns. Okay, dead, died. All right, there's their preferred pronouns, all right, because that's what they are now. I believe they were shot and killed on spot. So there you go, all right. So this is what Babylon does, all right. This is what Babylon does, and that was great, all right. That was great for that person to be taken out, all right. The people that were taken out weren't innocent either. All right, but the person that was taken out, the shooter, was good. All right, that shows the judgment of the Lord. All right, he's not dealing with they thems. All right, so let's get Job 4:8. So wickedness, because these people are gonna get what comes to them. All right, these people are gonna get what comes to them. It says, we'll start with 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. And these people right now, all right, a lot of people in general, all right, and these people putting out these Cartoon Network updates and all that, hey, what are they doing? They're sowing wickedness. They're going to get that back in time, all right, because they're here, putting this stuff in front of the eyes of children to see, all right, and doing all this weird, gross, abominable shit, all right. It may not happen right now. It may not happen next week or next month, but, hey, in time, hey, guess what? That field is going to be ready, and they're going to have to reap it, okay? And that's going to be judgment from the Lord, all right? Whether it's now or whether it's when Yahushua comes back, all right, and completely deads this place, all right? If these people end up perishing now, hey, that's a mercy kill, really, because it's going to be a whole lot worse in the end. It says, by the blast of the Most High they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. So these people are not innocent, too, by the way. All right, and that's the other thing. Every time you see someone dies in a terrible way, that and these people, it hasn't happened to them yet. We usually use this on a case for judgment, but these people, it's not going to be easy for them, man. They're going to have a terrible death. They're going to have a terrible, terrible death. All right, the people that are the inner workings of this, not the people at the forefront, but the people that do it at Cartoon Network as well, but especially especially the people where this is all streaming down from, all right? Because it all flows downhill, right? So, and that's those elites that are, preparing, and there's all this indoctrination, okay? So let's get another one for them, Micah 2:1. Let's grab it. Let's get it, Micah 2, verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand." Okay, so there you go. These are people that are devising iniquity. What is iniquity? Sin upon sin. They're devising it. All right, they're putting together plans. All right, and working evil. All right, they're making all these things go forth. Who are these people? All right, who must they be? Surely there has to be something that can, that gives us hints at who this person could possibly be. Well, let's read down in verse 2. It says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man and his heritage." Okay, so whoever this person is, they must be stealing land, all right, and wanting land and stealing them and taking it by violence, by killing the people that own those lands, by war, murder, chaos. And they take them, and it says, and houses, and take them away. Who are the ones that are stripping people out of their houses, all right, and taking them away? All right, and oppressing a man in his heritage and taking heritages away. Who is that? Who does that sound like? Who's the only one that does that? Esau, Edom. Who's Esau, Edom? The so-called white man. How do we know? Because here it is. This is what this people does. This is exactly what these people do. All right, what's going to happen to them? Verse 3, it says, "Therefore thus saith the Lord, Behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go haughtily, for this time is evil. And that day shall one take a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation, and say, We be utterly spoiled. He hath changed the portion of my people. How hath he removed it from me? Turning away, he hath divided our fields." So these people are obviously the Edomites. And what are they doing? They're devising iniquity. What's going to come to them? Woe. What is woe? Destruction. All right, destruction is coming to these people. All right, whether they think it is or not. All right, it is. Okay? Because all this stuff that they teach, all right, it's okay to be a mo, it's okay to be a they, them, or a zer, or a zek, zep, zip, zippity, zoop, zoop, zop. All right, whatever the hell. All right, apparently you can be whatever you want now. All right, and they're saying that that's authentic. That isn't authentic. All right, if I go and ask for a steak and you throw me a goddamn hamburger bun, I'm going to be pissed as fuck. All right, that's exactly how it's going to work. All right, well, that's how that steak authentically, I don't give a fuck. All right, I don't care. All right, the steak is not a hamburger. All right, and you are not a woman. All right, just because you throw on some women's clothes and you wear some makeup does not make you a woman. Just because you go get your rod chopped off and turned inside out does not make you a woman. It makes you a cheap imitation. All right, and that still doesn't make you an authentic woman. All right, do you have the ability to bear children? No. Do you have the ability? Do you menstruate? No. Okay, so what are you? Not a woman. All right, you're a man who went and cut off his rod. That's exactly what you are. You know what else you are? An abomination. All right, you're an abomination. All right, to the Lord. Okay, and he's going to take you out. All right, that's why a lot of you people, those people that end up getting that done, guess what? They have terrible health issues for the rest of their life. They have to take pills for the rest of their life. All right, they got to, insert things inside of themselves just to make it so it doesn't close because it's treated as a vagina wouldn't do that, does it? No, because it's supposed to be like that. But guess what? A rod that's chopped off will constantly keep trying to heal. So they got to shove something up inside of it, all right, or that will heal, all right, and close up. And then they won't have anything. They won't even be able to fucking piss. Okay, that's not authentic. That's not something that's real. All right, if you got to keep on doing that. All right, at no point in time is a girl's box gonna ever close up because lack of use. Okay, that's not how it works. All right, but if you chop your rod off, that's gonna try to heal. Why? Because it's a fucking wound, man. All right, it's a wound, and because you mutilated yourself. All right, you've allowed someone to mutilate you. All right, because you've been indoctrinated by Babylon. All right, and your mind's all fucked up because you have demons all over you. That's why these people all dress the same. They all look the same because it's the manifestation of those demons coming forth. That's why they all look the same in the face. They have the piercings. All right, they wear that same bright-ass blue or green eyeshadow. All right, they have the pink, blue, green, one of those crazy color hairs, the rainbow hair. All right, they go and do that, and we hate it, man. We hate to see it, all right? We hate to see it. It's fucking disgusting. It's foul. All right, they, thems. All right, mo's, all of it. It's all disgusting. All right, hell, I'm around it on a weekly basis at work because a lot of fucking mo's at this place I work. All right, and it's just because one mo worked there and they hired more mo's and that mo left and another mo was brought in, so they're gonna hire more mo's. All right, it's ridiculous. And there's only now I think there's only maybe like 2 or 3 straight people, including myself. All right, one already left, so most of the people there are fruity. Okay, so let's get first. Let's lock you. Let's get Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Get Deuteronomy 22 and 5. What does the Bible say about this? All right, but you hate the Bible, so it doesn't matter, right? Well, it doesn't matter if you don't believe it or not. All right, you're still going to get all the judgments that spoke of coming in this Bible. Deuteronomy 22 and 5, it says, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man." Okay? "Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy power." Now, we know in certain situations, you women, all right, you won't be able to really, control this too much. Certain jobs make you require you to wear pants, slacks, jeans, all right, certain things like that, and so on and so forth. They might have you, wear some type of weird polo shirt, even as a woman, all right. So you can't really help that at a job. But men, there's no job that I know of, all right, that would ever require you to put on a dress or a skirt or some high heel shoes, all right, or some leggings, all right, or whatever the hell, all right. So, and women really ideally shouldn't be wearing that either. Really, ideally, women shouldn't even be working at a regular corporate job. They should be home taking care of kids. Babylon's all messed up, all right? So, that we can't keep everything perfect in this society, all right? You'd be sorely mistaken if you think everything could be, handled and we could keep the law 100% in this society, all right? And be able to still live and pay our bills, all right? No. All right, because there's no way. Maybe some jobs out there, but for example, how new moon schedule, the Sabbath schedule, all right, how it comes and goes is based off the new moon. All right, so you think our boss should be okay? Well, this week I need Tuesday, or this week I need Tuesday and Wednesday, right? And then a while from now I'm gonna need Wednesday and Thursday, right? So I'm gonna have to change my days up. They're not gonna work with you on that. And if you do have a boss that does, hey, that's awesome, man. But that's definitely not the majority, man. A lot of time you get either a set schedule or they're throwing you all over the place. All right, they're throwing you all over. Here you're gonna work this week, and you don't even really have a set schedule. Some of you on call. All right, so we're not gonna have perfection in the society. All right, or because we need a savior. Okay, if everything was perfect, we wouldn't need a savior. Things are not perfect. All right, you got Cartoon Network over here teaching kids to use Zem. That ain't perfect. Okay, let's go back and actually play that. Did we already close out of it? We didn't even. We didn't even play it. Let's go ahead and play it real quick. You can watch it. Of course, they had to get Jake in there. This is what they're teaching the children. Yeah, they look like a they them. Did you catch that? Wow, it's a relief to know people who affirm who I am. Let's look at that word.
Affirm.
All right, state as a fact, assert strongly, all right, proclaim what they are, guarantee them, all right, basically, affirming who they are, declaring who they are. Yes, that is what you are. You're okay. I accept you. They want that because really they need that constant affirmation, all right, because they know what they're doing is wrong. All right, they know what they're doing is wrong, so they need people to tell them that what they're doing is not wrong. All right, but here, it is wrong. Okay, it is wrong. Of course, it doesn't want to play. The whole thing froze up. Cool, I didn't want to see the shit anyway. I don't want to see none of that they, them. All right? So, these people, man, hey, Deuteronomy 22:5, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy power. Okay, so you get the women that are wearing the denim jackets with the binder, all right, binding their tits all up so you can't see them, all right, and they're binding them all down, and they're, taking all this shit, all right, and wearing boots and Carhartt jackets and backwards hats and shit and gold chains. Hey, what's going on? Nuh-uh, that's gross, man. All right, we understand certain for job search situations you might have to do it, all right, or pants for certain situations, but ideally you're not supposed to be wearing any of those things, all right? And same with the men that are wearing the high heels with the fishnet and all that fucking gross ass shit, all right? It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting, okay? So, and it says, for all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy power, all right? And the Lord hates abomination. All right, the Lord hates abomination. All right, let's get let's see, how much time do we got here? 3. Let's see if I can find it. The scripture that came to mind. I always confuse where it's at. I know it's not I know it's not worded like this. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. So Ecclesiastes 15:13, it says, the Lord hateth all abomination, and they that fear the Most High love it not. So if you fear the Most High, you're not going to love they, them. If you fear the Most High, you're not going to love, he, she. If you love the Lord, you're not going to like, Jeff that likes Bill down the street, or Jeff, look at Jeff and Bill, such a cute couple. No, you're not going to be down with all that. If you love the Lord, you're not going to be okay with your nephew being a mo. All right, you not that you can do anything about it, but you're not gonna be like, well, I still think what he's doing is okay. Love is love. No, you're gonna be like, that's fucking gross, man. I got a cousin who's a mo. All right, he's not really technically my cousin because he's not really technically blood related because it's my dad's. It's my dad's brother's son, and my dad's brother ain't really his brother because they're half brothers, same moms, different dads. All right, so not really bloodline, but anyway, that my so-called uncle, I still consider him kind of my uncle. All right, because that's how it was growing up. But by all blood definition, he's not. All right, he's more of a at this point a family friend, more than bloodline. But his kid turned out to be a mo. All right, and goddamn, that kid is a full-blown mo, gross. All right, nasty as hell. All right, and I don't accept what he's doing. I fucking hate that kid. Fuck him. All right, and I knew that kid was funny all growing up too. All right, he's way younger than me. He's way younger than me. He's probably like maybe 18 now, 17 or 18, something like that. But he's way younger than me. All right, and when I was a kid and he was a kid. All right, I remember him. Something was just funny about him. All right, something was just funny and not quite right about him. All right, so hey, thank you by the way. But yeah, something was just not quite right. All right, so when it turned out that he was a mo, it's kind of like, well, I'm not too surprised, but that's fucking disgusting. All right, so Ecclesiastes 15:13, the Lord hateth all abomination, and they that fear the Most High love it not. Love it not. It means you don't like it. All right. Because you also got to be careful because, let's get this. You got to be careful because check this out. Proverbs 17:15 reads, "He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination of the Lord." And we just read what the Lord think. The Lord hateth all abomination, and they that fear the Most High love it not, as according to Ecclesiasticus 15:13. All right. So it says in Proverbs 17:15 that he that justified the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they are both abomination of the Lord. So if you're saying, oh, it's okay, love is love, all right, I'm not doing that, but it's okay that he does that, guess what? You're justifying the wicked. Or if you say, you can't say that, you guys out there, you know, that think you're of the Lord, think that you're the prophets, and you're preaching hate, you know, that you're wicked. All right, what are you doing? You're condemning the just. All right, and guess what? Now you and your Mo friend down the street are both an abomination to the Lord, and you're both going to be put to death. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but the Lord will pay you back. All right, the Lord will pay you back for the wickedness that you have done. All right, don't think you're going to get off scot-free. All right, 1 Corinthians 14:33. Let's go get it because this stuff is not from the Lord. Okay, look at it, 33. And it says, For the Lord, for the Most High, all right, for the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. All right, so you know, the Most High is not the author of confusion. Okay, this is worldly, Babylonian mindset shit. All right, the Lord is what is He the author of? Peace, as in all churches of the saints. All right, everything has to have a balance. All right, but when things get out of balance, you start having men dressing like women, women dressing like men. All right, chickens acting like rabbits, dogs acting like cats. All right, you know, white people saying, "Oh, I feel like I'm actually brown," dyeing their skin and shit. All right, Jake over here bleaching their skin on the opposite spectrum. All right, women wearing, you know, women wearing fucking sew-ins and trying to look like the oppressor. All right, blue-eyed contacts and shit. And meanwhile, Esau is trying to be like Jake. This shit's all a bunch of confusion. It's all upside down, all right? And Most High is not the author of that, okay? For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints, okay? So there you go. And down at 40, what does it say? It says, let all things be done decently in order. And guess what? A man dressing like a woman is not decent, nor is it in order. All right, it's fucking confusion. It's upside down, and it's Babylonian. What does the word Babylon itself mean? All right, Babylon. Let's see if it'll actually give it to us. Well, let's look up the word Babel. All right, because that's where Babylon comes from. Babel. What does Babel mean? All right, a confused noise. All right, really, it says a scene of noisy confusion. All right, so there you go. Babylon. Babylon is confusion. It literally means confusion. All right, and this place is full of confusion. All right, men don't know if they're men, women don't know if they're women. All right, Jake over here all fucked up, thinking they're someone that they ain't. All right, hey man, it's disgusting. All right, and these people are very, very worldly. All right, these people are very worldly. All right, and you know you got a lot of N-dubs out there, and you know and NMs too. All right, the men as well. All right. That are out there, you know, oh, well, they can do it. They're fine, you know. I'm going to love my son no matter what. All right, I'm going to love my son no matter what. I think what he's doing is right and okay, brother. You can't say otherwise. All right, I love him. He's my friend. All right, so, and his friends, my friends too. Well, guess what? Let's hear about being friends with the world, because if you're taking and eating this doctrine up, and you're having a spoonful of confusion every morning with your breakfast, all right, and that's what a lot of you people are doing, because you listen to what the government tells you. They put it on TV, the television, all right, you watch it, you say, okay, this is what I must believe, this is what I must accept, and you go around like a fucking zombie, must believe what the government tells me, all right? And you're fucking stumbling around blind in gross darkness, man, all right? Because you're friends with this world. You don't want it. You're not friends with us. You don't have friendship with spirituality, all right, with the Lord, all right? You're not dealing with that. What are you dealing with? You're dealing with Babylonian doctrines, all right? You think that's okay. Friendship with the world is believing it's okay to be a man that thinks he's a woman, or a woman that thinks he's a man. You know, friendship with the world is it's okay to do whatever you want and to be free-spirited and to be open-minded, all right? Being a friend of the world means that you're okay with two men being together or two women being together. All right, that's friendship of the world. All right, we can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about what friendship of the world is, but hey, you know, hey, let's go read about it. James 4:4. Now, this is what this place got to be. This place got to go, man. All right, this Babylon is exceedingly wicked. All right, James 4:4. It says, "Ye adulterers and adulteresses, Know ye not that friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. So this is speaking of adulterers and adulteresses. But at the same time, guess what? If you're a friend of the world, all right, guess what? Friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High. What does enmity mean? Let's look it up. Enmity means hostility, all right, opposition, all right. There you go. Opposed or hostile towards someone. All right. So being a friend of the world means you're opposed, all right, to the Lord. All right. You're an enemy of the Lord. Okay. So you're in opposition, all right, to the Lord. Whoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. So if you're friends with, you got friends that are like this, or you're doing something, guess what? You're an enemy of the Lord, man. All right. You're an enemy of the Lord. Okay. So let's get 2nd Esdras 15 and 6. And then we're going to get ready to close out. It says, we'll start with 5, all right? Because this place is going to be destroyed, all right? This place is way, way wicked, man. All right? 2nd Esdras 15 and 5. It reads, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Okay? And will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment of the Most High shall bring upon it. And punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, which means it's coming soon. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and evading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So this is speaking of Jacob's trouble. As we're getting closer and closer and closer to the end, all right? Because you're going to desire to go somewhere, you're not going to be able to. Okay? It says, For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And speaking of Jacob's trouble, when people are going to come in your house, bust open your head just to get those Cheerios that you have in the cupboard, man. All right? So, hey, it's going to get terrible out here. Why? Because wickedness, verse 6, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. All right, and down in 8, it talks about, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, for the souls of the just complain continually. You got the brothers and the sisters out here that want the hell out of this place, man. We want out of this place, and we're praying to get out of this place and make it out safely, and we can get out of here. All right, and the Lord said, what did he say? In verse 9 it says, And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Okay, so there you go. And it says in verse 9, it says, I will not, we'll read it. It says, Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Okay, so there you go. All right, and this is, spiritual Egypt. All right, spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt. Regardless of what that dumbass on my comment board said, there's no such thing as spiritual Egypt. Well, there's a scripture that says there is, dummy. All right, so maybe do some studying instead of that, E1, B1, DNA, Y, I1, 4, 3, 7, 8 shit. All right, that's all just a bunch of bullshit that's been fed to you by Esau yourself because you're an Edomite. All right. And because you think, the Israelites are the Caucasians. No, you fucking ain't. No. Why aren't you under the curses then? If you are. You dummy. You fucking moron. All right? So, let's get Micah 2 and 10, and then we're going to close out. Because, hey, man, we need out of this place, man. We need out of this place. All right, and the Lord's not going to suffer us to dwell here much longer. All right, He's going to get His people out of this place. All right, but all you that are doing wickedly, all right, and living disgustingly and abominably, guess what? You're not going to make it out because the Lord's going to take you out. All right, regardless if you're Israel or not, you're going to be 2/3. All right, you'll be in the kingdom eventually as you're reborn through the elect. All right, but hey, you're not going to have a safe and sound deliverance. All right, from Babylon. Okay, you're going to have to die on the side. So let's get Micah 2 and 10, then we're going to close out. All right, this is for you Jakes out there. Micah 2 and 10, it says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." So you need to rise and depart. Rise and depart and leave from Babylon? Get on a plane and go to Africa? No. Get on a plane and go to Israel? No. Get on a plane and go to, somewhere else? Absolutely not. All right, what about a boat? Can you do it on a boat? No. All right, it doesn't mean leave from Babylon. It means spiritually. All right, separate yourself amongst these people. All right, that's another term, holy. Holy means a separate people. All right, so you need to depart spiritually, not given to the doctrines and all this disgusting abomination that Babylon's pushing out. All right, you need to depart spiritually. We're still living here. All right, the prophets and the apostles and the elders and the brothers, all right, and the sisters are all still living here. All right, but we've departed spiritually. All right, to the best of our ability. All right, that means you can't do anything, man. You just gotta sit in your room and twiddle your thumbs. Nope, that doesn't mean that either. All right, it means from doctrine-wise depart. All right, don't fall into these traps. All right, be spiritually discerned. All right, and spiritually minded. All right. Not worrying about, that next, and you can be, okay, cool, there's a new Jordan coming out. Maybe I want to get that, all right? But there's a difference between that and, the next Jordan. Oh, I got to get the next Jordan. Hey, do you know you're an Israelite? No. Hey, man, I'm waiting for these new Jordans to drop, all right? There's a big difference, all right? You can have nice things, and that could be a whole lesson on itself because a lot of Jake take things overboard and go, you depart, that means I can't watch TV, you play video games, or I can't even read a book, all right? I just got to sit in my room all day. No, it don't mean that, all right? You just got to depart, all right, from the doctrines of this world, all right? This indoctrination, all right? This doctrine that's saying you can do whatever you want, be whoever you are, and that's just how it is. We ain't with that, all right? That's stuff that comes from a nation of indoctrination, all right, a.k.a. Babylon the Great, all right? So with that, we're going to close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakbadash. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles at Great Millstone, the time of this truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing, shalom.